on accelerating Malaysia's digital future with AI, a roadmap for national scale. Truly, with the push towards AI for our country, and as you noted from the Deputy Minister of Indonesia, a large investment into AI infrastructure, this is something that concerns all Malaysians, as it's going to be a great forefront runner for jobs and investment in the near future. So before we get into that presentation by Dr. Charlie Fu, I want to direct your attention to the screen as we take you through this quick video. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to the stage Dr. Charlie Fu, Vice President and General Manager, Asia Pacific Enterprise Ecosystem Business, NVIDIA Corporation. Dr. Charlie.
Good morning. How's everybody? So that's a very warm welcome. Good morning, everybody. Are you fine? All right. Dear ministers who are in our midst, esteemed guests, industry leaders and friends, a very warm welcome from my CEO, Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, and very, very honored here today to speak about something that's very close and that we deeply are passionate about. And that's how Malaysia can fast-track its digital future with AI, and more importantly, how do we do it at a national scale? All right? So imagine this, right? Imagine with me. Let's take a trip. It's 2030. It's the year 2030. And Malaysia is ranked amongst the top 3 AI-driven economies in Asia, or in Asia Pacific. Smart cities here don't just manage traffic. They predict and prevent jams before they happen. Factories run 24/7 without downtime. Every student, and I repeat, every student will have a personalized digital tutor. And our healthcare system can detect diseases days or even weeks before symptoms appear. The future is not a science project, it's not a science fiction. It is a choice. It is a choice that we can make, accelerate, starting today. We can make that choice and accelerate it today. So Malaysia has been laying the groundwork through a variety of foundational initiatives. And we have got front runners and prime movers like YTL, amongst many, who actually have moved towards the front and showing and paving the way. Talking about YTL, how many of you saw the presentation by Lou yesterday morning? I wish I have that same pair of glasses that she wore, so I don't need to look at my iPad. Yeah, but that's so good, right? That was such a good presentation and vision casting. I thought, I went away with a lot of goodness in it. But talking about today, the opportunity before us is very clear. How do we go from ambition to acceleration towards a scale outcome? So you will hear many times in my presentation the word scale. That's the key, right? Okay, let me move to the next slide. So AI is going to be in every part of our lives. And it is developing an imperatives in our life, in our industry, our families, and we are all at an inflection point. Malaysia is at an inflection point as well. It's a point where we demand speed clarity, as well as national collaboration. We know that's going to be part of our life, but how do we get there? I think that's the key. So the goal is not just digital transformation for transformation's sake, but one that is filled with tangible outcomes. For example, safer, more efficient smart cities, globally competitive Industry 4.0 manufacturing, future-ready digital government and education systems, and a healthcare system enhanced by AI diagnostics and data-driven care. To achieve all this, AI and advanced computing are no longer optional. They are foundational imperatives. So it has to happen. There we go. I really miss those glasses. If I've got those glasses, I've just, control it differently. So we are now entering into an era that is filled with new digital RAM. Not just software-defined. Software-defined has been around for a long time. But now we should change our language to AI-driven. It is an AI-driven world as we move forward. And here's the truth. AI cannot scale. It cannot scale without infrastructure. So we're going to talk a bit about infrastructure today. It's not all about infrastructure, but it cannot scale without infrastructure. It cannot create impact without strategy. We're going to talk about some strategic pillars. And it cannot accelerate without national alignment. And that's key. AI in this fourth industrial revolution, AI should be treated like electricity. A general purpose capability that powers every sector and every policy initiative. And this brings me to that 4 pillars I was talking about for scaling Malaysia's digital ambitions through AI. And they include infrastructure, the AI factory, strategic sectoral use cases, and this is key, AI-ready workforce and ecosystem. This is an imperative. And finally, trustworthy or responsible AI, which we heard a lot, right, over the last 24 hours, and governance, obviously, that goes with it. So, let's start with infrastructure, building an AI-ready infrastructure. What does that mean? First, we need to consider to build sovereign AI-ready digital setup. Yeah, this means to have scalable, high-performance compute platforms, sovereign data ecosystems to ensure data governance, residency, and trust. A cloud and edge strategy that's GPU accelerated, secure, and built for AI workloads. At NVIDIA, we are partnering with sovereignties to develop, many nations, to develop national AI factories. And over here, we have started that journey as well. And that includes physical and virtual, that serve public and private sectors, use cases alike. And this becomes the engine room, right, for digital transformation. So remember, if we want to transform, right, and we want to enjoy digital transformation, you need that engine room to drive it. And that's start with the infrastructure. So scale at strategic sectoral use cases. So what does that mean? We must focus on national priorities, use cases, and not just experiments. There are many, we've dealt with many sovereignties, nations, and they are all at very different stages of the journey. And some are stepping in, like, putting a toe in the water to dip, and test the water, right? But in AI, to get in, you need to go all in, right? And you need to not just go all in by yourself, you need to have trusted partners like NVIDIA, like ourselves, to take this journey together with you. And these use cases would include smart cities for real-time traffic flow, intelligent surveillance, energy optimization, and those are just the start of the journey, right? And manufacturing industry 4.0, computer vision for defect detection, some harmful, but defect detection, predictive maintenance, and AI in robotics. And that's the key. If you have been following Jensen, he's talking about, we are in the age of agentic AI right now, but the next big wave is physical AI, and that's where robotics dwells, and that's where it's going to be really exciting. Education. It's an AI-driven personalization and upskilling future workforce, not just present workforce, but the future workforce, and driving national AI literacy. And healthcare, accelerating diagnosis in radiology, pathology, and improving patient outcomes through data modeling. I'm just going to show you an example now. Can I have the volume up?
Hi, Sarah. I'm Rachel, your AI care manager. How are you doing after your appendectomy?
I'm good. I'm glad to be home with my dog, Dennis.
It's great to hear that you're back home with Dennis. I noticed that Dr. Chang has prescribed you some antibiotics, specifically ciprofloxacin and metronidazole, due to your ruptured appendix. Were you able to get these medications?
I was. I did forget to mention to the doctor that I am allergic to penicillin. Is it still okay to take the medications?
Great question. The antibiotics you've been prescribed, ciprofloxacin and metronidazole, don't contain penicillin. So it's perfectly safe for you to take them. Can you begin taking them today?
Yeah, I certainly can. Do you have any tips for faster recovery?
Given that you have diabetes, keeping your blood sugar levels in check will be beneficial for your wound healing. Your hemoglobin A1C was at a healthy level of 5.5, but your glucometer readings from yesterday were a bit on the high side. So keep taking your metformin and try to steer clear of foods high in carbs. How does that sound to you?
I think I'll be able to avoid the carbs for the week. I need to go right now, but it was great talking to you.
I'm glad we had this talk. I'll pass along your progress to Dr. Chang.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Amazing, isn't it? And to make that a reality for us here, it's already a reality being used elsewhere. But to make it a reality here, we need to develop talents and ecosystems, right, in a robust way, at scale, right? Again, at scale, so that the fundamentals, can actually be applied, right, and come to fruition. So the third pillar is that we must equip our people and grow our AI ecosystem. Establish AI academies and center of excellence with industry partners. At NVIDIA, we have got our Deep Learning Institute. We have got our education services where we can embed curriculums in the university programs and also drive programs with our users and customers. So embed AI literacy across education, not just technical courses. So beyond technical courses, it's really to embed the AI knowledge into our curriculum so that students can learn it and they are the future of our workforce. Support startups, researchers, and developers with open platform, APIs, and access to compute. We need thousands of AI practitioners. Also, we need AI-aware policymakers, regulators, and business leaders. At NVIDIA, we have partnered globally with many nations to train millions of developers. We are proud to deepen our support in Malaysia. Collaboration is key, and we are looking forward to democratize the knowledge of AI, the expertise of AI in this country. So here are just some of the programs that we have. And finally, trust is critical. We can have all the initiatives, all the strategy, but we need to approach it to develop trust, establish trust, earn the trust with the society. Malaysia can be a model in the region for responsible, inclusive, and secure adoption by defining, number one, defining ethical AI standards for government and industry. Number two, ensuring cybersecurity, resilience, and data privacy. And number three, promoting transparency, explainability, and aligning with global frameworks. Scaling AI without trust will stall adoption. Scaling AI with governance will unlock confidence and continuity. So why NVIDIA? So we do not want to stand here and say, you've got to only partner us, but why NVIDIA, right? Let me just share how NVIDIA stands ready as a strategic partner on this national journey. We are not just a chip maker, we are a full stack platform company. From accelerated infrastructure and AI frameworks to sovereign AI solutions, domain-specific models, and simulation platforms. Right? We provide them all. And we also are committed to supporting startups, research, and national AI strategies across, in Malaysia, across Asia, and beyond. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before I get off the stage, I just want to say this. Malaysia has the vision, it has the potential, and now with AI and advanced computing, you have the tools. When I started earlier, I asked you to imagine Malaysia in 2030, a nation leading in AI, a place where cities are smart, industries are advanced, education personalized, and healthcare is predictive. That vision isn't a dream. It is a destination. And the roadmap is in our hands. If we commit to building the infrastructure, scaling the right use cases, developing our talents and ecosystem, and ensuring AI is trusted, then 2030 will not surprise us. It will be the Malaysia we have designed together. So with that, let's accelerate the vision. Thank you very much.